Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Splatfest. Interestingly enough, this time we have money, fame, or love. Now, here's the thing I have to point out, and I don't know if anybody remembers this. I mean, I certainly do. And I don't want to make people feel older than they already are. But in terms of money versus love, we already had that Splatfest. It was in Splatoon 2, if I recall. It was about 5 years ago. If I'm not mistaken, and let me look this up, lest I be corrected in the comments. Just give me a second. Whipping out my phone. Splatoon 2. Stats. Oops, this one. Oh, that's right. Splatoon 2 redid a few Splatfests. Let's see. Here we go. Money vs. Love. It was Splatfest 7. Aired originally on February 16th to February 17th, 2018. Despite the fact that I represented Team Money, Love won in the end. So there you have it. Between love and fame, between love and money, love won. So in that sense, I don't know why we're effectively coming back to this topic. Now, to be fair, this isn't the first time love and money was a topic on Splatoon. Apparently, in Splatoon 1, if I'm not mistaken, a Japanese exclusive Splatfest, we in the States didn't get it. I believe Love won that one too. So, yeah, this isn't really a new topic here. Now, on one hand, I'm glad that we have another Splatfest right away, but on the other hand, it seems kind of a cop-out to just add a proverbial third choice to something we've already done. But, on the other hand, there are people who do. But on the other hand, it does make things a little bit more interesting. Here's the breakdown of the argument here between these three. Fame, money is great, but how do you get money? You get money by being famous. And you're only famous if you're loved, or people like you enough. So really, this is kind of like another rock, paper, scissors thing, really. And if people love you enough, guess what? They reciprocate. So, yeah, it's a rock, paper, scissors all around. But between these three, being famous is great and all, but over time, I think being famous would be kind of, intrusive. Because, the more famous you are, the more likely people are going to judge you if you make a mistake. Those who are famous tend to be held to a higher standard. And, well, fun fact, if you ever wondered why people online especially are called influencers now instead of role models, it's because, let's just say that most, if not everybody who is ever famous, or the people millennials looked up to, turns out those people aren't really so savory after all. Now I could list a few examples, but this is a Splatoon game, so I have to I'd like to maintain a level of professionalism and try to keep this as PG as possible. So yeah, so that's why they're called influencers now, because they they're an impact on your decision. They're not role models, they're not someone you should necessarily emulate, but they do have a significant impact on one's life. Now, getting back to the topic of fame here, I think being fame is only good to a point, I mean, if you make one little mistake, humanistic mistake, or, you know, something happens to you that not everybody likes, people are going to hound you for it, you know? You're not going to live it down. I mean, think of it. I mean, some people, you know, are lambasted for comments they made 5 or 10 years ago online, you know, like that doesn't go away. I mean, views change all the time, you know, and, you know, I know that's been said several times over, but, you know, for one, that's the truth, and two, I mean, what what more do you want them to do? Do you want them to go back in time and undo that, you know? I mean, some people aren't the same as they were 10 years ago, you know? I mean, the older you get, the more things you do. And, you know, sometimes, unfortunately, the longer you remain famous, the more you think you're untouchable, you know? I mean, I think the real issue with celebrities, in terms of fame go, is that it's not that celebrities have fun that's the issue. It's sometimes that they have too much fun, you know? People who are famous, they just don't have that occasional humility check, you know? Something that reminds them, that says, hey, you're not untouchable. You're not invincible. You're human like everybody else, you know? So, would I choose fame to represent this team? No, not by a long shot. Although I would like to be famous, I wouldn't really say that that's the most important thing. Now, let's talk about love. I mean, love is great, you know, having a close-knit circle of friends, loved ones. I mean, it's the best, you know. As long as people love you for who you are, you know, then some people say that that's all that matters, you know. But, you know, sometimes people would like to be strong and independent on their own, too, you know. I mean, take me, for example, you know. I'd love to be married, you know, but the thing is, I mean, I would love to, you know, be alone in life myself, but the thing is, nowadays, people can't literally survive on their own anymore. I mean, I don't mean to sound depressing here, you know, but it's gotten to a point where one person can't work one job to support oneself anymore. You would literally, in order for us all to survive, I would think that each of us would have to be in a I don't know, like a Big Brother scenario where it's you and at least 2 or 3 other people with at least, you would have to live in a house with at least 3 other people besides yourself, and of those 4 people, at least 3 of them would have to contribute financially just to have some kind of, you know, sustainability, you know. I mean, personally, I kind of got that thing going, you know, where I'm at now, but you know, unless I find some change in my life soon, I'm going to lose that. So it's part of the reason why I'm doing a Let's Play channel now. You know, I just got to get famous, you know. I just got to put myself in a position where I can at least be able to sustain myself. I mean, because let's face it, you know, if you're by yourself, I mean, I'm sorry to say, you will end up homeless. Back to life, you know. I mean, love is important, but, you know, some people can attain it, others can't, you know. And some people have to find alternative methods to doing it. Now, let's talk about money. I mean, well, Shiver's right. I mean, especially here in the States, I mean, money runs the show. You know, if you have enough, I mean, back in the 50s, there used to be a song or a phrase called, you know, I'm in the money. You know, I have a lot of what it takes to get along, you know. But, you know, I mean, money by itself does nothing, you know. It can't buy happiness, but some people like to joke and say, oh, well, I guess I can rent it, you know. Because, well, I mean, money helps you. Money buys groceries. Money pays bills, you know. I mean, money is important, but attaining it can be quite difficult. Like I said, I mean, this Splatfest here is a rock, paper, scissors. Main is attainable, but it's easier to attain if you're famous. But fame is only good if people like you. And if people like you enough, then it's reciprocated. So you see, it's a vicious cycle all around here. I mean, between the three of them, I'd probably be most comfortable with money, to be honest. I mean, money cannot buy fame. You gotta, you still, to some degree, you still gotta put yourself out there, I mean, I bought a, case in point, I bought a, despite the fact that I've graduated from high school a long time ago, I actually bought, last summer, I bought well, I guess we're still in summer, right? I don't know, about back in June, I bought like this plastic trophy that says real world ready on the bottom. I bought it kind of as a knickknack or a joke, because, well, I mean, on one hand, yeah, I graduated, but I'm not powerful enough to live on my own, you know. So, I've come so far, but not far enough, apparently. It's never far enough for me. Again, reason why I'm doing a YouTube channel. So, I mean, I've already supported Team Money once before, and between these three, I think I'd still have to choose Team Money, honestly. I mean, I'd be surprised, honestly, if Fame won this, or if it was, or if the inclusion of Fame was enough to tip the scales one way or the other. I'm gonna pick Team Money. I mean, I'm sorry, Team Love, but you've won too many times. As many times as this topic of love and money have already come up, Love has won too many times in Splatfests. It's time for money to take over. That's just how I feel. So, Team Money for me. Well, incidentally, I mean, this is a game that's about customization, so I guess I'll have to deck myself out in gilded attire, I guess, huh? Actually, it wouldn't be such a bad idea. Yeah, Team Money. Okay, so let's talk about sunglasses. What looks expensive? I kind of like these. I kind of like these shades still, though. That would be dope. Yeah. Let's see. Retro blue. Maybe. No. I've had sunglasses like that when I was growing up, when they make, oh, the pearlescent crown. Yeah, I remember this. Comes in small and large, so I guess, like, what, queen size and king size, I guess? Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. Let's see, sub-resistance up. Maybe? Oh, that'd be oh, that's awesome looking. Not for me, though. Nah. Okay, so we got that. What about the shoes? Honestly, stats-wise, I mean, I kind of like the shoes already. I don't know. I mean, this looks more athletic, but just goes with the gilded theme. I don't know. Those are pretty big shoes. I think I'll stick with those. Oh, don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to customize, you know. I mean, if you're going to represent, you got to look the part. You know, that just goes without saying. Yeah, stats-wise, I think I'd have to go with this. This definitely will have to... This definitely will have to be changed. I mean, I can keep that there, but I need to add another... Oh, that's right. I'm back in Splatsville. I have to talk to Merch. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know the drill there, but... Oh, order status. Oh. How do I add? I think you add more star power to add a... Yeah, okay. Boost. Alright. There we go. Okay. So... Team money. Well, let's represent, shall we? First things first, I want to... Yep. Ooh, a warning sticker. Now, let's change the song here. Alright, so what do we got? Rainmaker. Honestly, I think I'd probably just do regular battles. I mean, I don't mind playing Rainmaker, it's just... I don't know. Also, I have to point out that I'm surprised there hadn't been too much buzz about this Splatfest. I mean, I had to find out, well, I won't say it's the hard way, but I kind of found out, like, literally earlier today, you know, Monday morning, about this. You'd think they'd drop the, you'd think they'd drop the news, you know, on a Sunday or something. Or maybe they did and I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I just would have liked a little bit more of a heads up, you know. You know, give me time to really give me time to decide, and then spend that week after my decision to, you know, kind of have the chance to represent, you know. Oh man, we are losing this. We've got to cover everything in gold. Oops. Oh, I think we turned that around. Yep, we won. No question. Sweet. Keep going. Oh yeah, that's right. I got this Splatoon 3 amiibo that I never opened as of yet. I don't know if I'm missing out on anything by not opening it, or... I mean, if I had to guess, they'd probably... One of the inclusions must be like a... I don't know. If I had to guess, maybe like a Splatoon 3 hair clip. You know, to stay in line with the hair clip series, I guess. I don't know. No big whoop, I guess. I like how the boxes just phase out of existence. I wish all the messes I've made phased out of existence. Just goes, you know, like it never, like they weren't even there in the first place. You know, I have to ask, you know, like, okay, like if your life equated to video games, which of these two minor tropes would you prefer? Would you prefer to A, like in most RPGs, be able to take anything you have and own and sell it to any store or merchant at a guaranteed no less than 1/3 or half the price that you paid for it initially, or its initial worth? Like, for example, like if you bought a Switch, you know, at like $300, you sell it back for like 150 or whatever. You know, like in RPGs, sell it back for at least half or a third the value. Some restrictions apply. Or would you like to, in like most Animal Crossing games, be able to take anything you have and own and be able to literally place into your pockets literally anything you have and own, upwards of a max of, like, say, oh, I don't know, for the sake of argument, let's just say 20 items, you know, regardless of their size or weight, you know, like to be able to just compress anything down as long as you stick to a limit of, like, 20 max items. I mean, I don't know, personally, I think I'd rather be able to condense things down. Because, for one thing, I think it would make cleaning a hell of a lot easier, because, I mean, that's one of the stipulations as to why people like me don't really like to do the manual labor thing, because, well, I mean, if you're by yourself especially, it's hard, you know, and, you know, I mean, when a mess gets to a point where people judge you for how messy it is, you know, rather than focus on just making it better, helping you make it better, I mean, that's kind of damning. You know, I personally would rather just condense things down. I mean, I mean, true, it might be easier to sell then to people, but it would also make it a little bit money-wise. It probably wouldn't have yield much returns. You know, I mean, that's just my belief. I don't know. Maybe the rest of you are of different opinions. Let's see. How are we doing on time here? About almost 30 minutes now. Uh, yeah, I think I can squeeze in one more battle and call it an episode, huh? So yeah, team money, huh? Actually, I never did get to check to see what everyone else was representing. Team love? What are you? Oh, don't. Oh, are you all team love? Oh, I guess we can't be friends. Yeah, right. I still can't believe I missed out on that other Splatfest because of our cable mishap. I can't remember what the Splatfest was about. I mean, I'll have to double check the results, but oh wait, yeah, it was ice cream flavors, wasn't it? I voted for vanilla, and I think vanilla won, if I'm not mistaken. Still, I didn't think the prize would be kind of. I didn't think the yield for just picking the winning team would be crap, you know? I guess it goes to show that you really got to put in the effort, you know, if you want the big rewards. Oh, I'm already boasted. Oh wow, that last part there looks like it was all me. Crud. I was on a tear. Alright, well, I'm going to keep going with this on my own time, but thanks for watching, huh? And hopefully this time around I'll actually represent my team come Splatfest. See you later.